Hey, we
Hey.
are back again. This is the third time in the last 10 days that we've been on here. And reason why you guys can be excited, you could pretend, yay,
Yeah.
nothing. I get nothing. I get no respect. Now, what we've been doing ever since, what was it, last week, Wednesday, Russell had the Overskill games, Russell and Todd and whole ClickFunnels crew and Overskill and Marketing Secrets AI and all that stuff. They had a big party, big Overskill games. Everybody jumped in. And I think was the number 996 apps were actually turned in, but I think close to 14 or 1500 were actually started in that 24-hour period.
Actually, the
And
number has changed.
what number?
This number of the all apps, when it loads, is now at 1080 28.
Wow.
So they added some in, apparently. I don't know.
Because you said there were some people that couldn't submit.
I've definitely
So
heard
that's
people
my-
say that they submitted stuff and it didn't get in or something. So so in a 24-hour period, over 1,000 apps were begun, built, and submitted in a 24-hour period, all using Overskill. So it's just a testament to this app. And I was just on a call with Dante and Susan earlier as well, and Susan Leonardson, and they just everything they're just building like crazy. Whether it's Marketing Secrets AI, whether it's Overskill, it's just I've said this before. It's like we're building at the speed of AI now. And there was for myself personally, I'm building some stuff in Claude, and there were realistically 3 things in like the last 24 hours that I thought were going to be big projects. I said to Claude, hey, can we add this into this app that I'm building? And they're like, oh yeah, we already have the infrastructure. Let's just put it in. And
this one's a card game.
It's in and working.
This is a card game. Like it's not just your normal like notes app that has a different twist to it. Like there are interactive elements, and it's very impressive what it can do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I swear it just keeps getting smarter by the day. I was listening to somebody the other day, and he was talking about how 6 months ago he was building an N8N, and then we look at N8N and what you had to do there to put little boxes on the screen and tie them together with the little wires and all this kind of stuff. Versus today, 6 months later, it's all.
I've canceled my N8N subscription. Like I don't have one anymore.
I bet you and everybody else canceled it, and your Bolt subscription, I'm sure too.
Oh, I canceled that a long time ago. That was crap.
Yeah. That was a year ago. You canceled that. But the point is, all you got to do now is speak. Yep. Speak into it, and these AI models have become so smart. I've been listening to some of the guys who run Claude. And these AI models have become so smart. They said, quit over prompting it. Just tell it what you want it to do, what you don't want it to do, and what good looks like. And it will build it for you because it has infinite intelligence. And so on these calls on Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we're talking Overskill, we're talking Marketing Secrets AI, we're talking ClickFunnels. Because there's so many new things coming out with ClickFunnels. They just put out a new MCP. They have a full-blown API now. They're coming out with an SDK, I think, this next week. Certainly, I think before Funnel Hacking Live. And so all those things combined together. And the one thing I've been harping on people is like, don't forget about ClickFunnels. I saw somebody today built their own blogging platform inside of Overskill. I'm like, I know you have a ClickFunnels account because you work for them. So why would you build a new blogging platform when you already have one? So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater just because Overskill is a shiny object. Use what you already have, because as far as I'm concerned, ClickFunnels blog is going to be much superior to whatever you built in Overskill. So that's my rant. Madison, you got anything else before we have some people show off some of the apps that they built last week?
Nope.
Okay, that was it. I guess it was just my rant this week. So we have first up the great Connie McIntosh from Canada. What part of Canada are you in, Connie?
Ottawa, the capital of Canada.
the capital. Okay.
Yes.
Now I know something I didn't know.
Oh, there you go.
Somebody would have asked, I probably would have guessed wrong.
And Ann says, "Yay, Connie!" Ann's with us on the YouTube.
Wow. Okay. That's great.
Right.
So what did you think of the couple of updates today, Dan, with Overskill? Like plan mode is gone.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
You said that, I'm drawing a blank. I go, what were the updates? I remember there were some, but
so they got rid of plan mode. Yeah. And referencing another app. I love it. Because if you build something in another app you really love, you can bring it into all the apps that you're working on, which means you just don't have to rebuild. Just like in ClickFunnels, you save the row, save the column, save the page, whatever. So that's great. I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they said that even before you start building an app, so you built app 1, and then you say, well, okay, you go into app 2, you say, okay, well, reference app 1, and in there I built a blah blah blah. Pull it into here immediately, and then do this other, so and it will not affect app 1, just in case you're wondering. And so yeah, it just looks in there. I mean, because all it's doing is looking into all the files that it creates, and it says, okay, well, let's pull out this subroutine right here and put it in over here, this function, this whatever you want to call it. It just pulls out that chunk of code and sticks it into the other one, and it already knows how it's wired up. So, I think in a lot of cases that refers to these things as tools, but they're not really tools. They're actually functions that you build. But either way, Connie, what do you got? What'd you build for us?
Are you going to pull the screen up?
We'll go to your app first, Connie, and then so we don't have the infinity loop.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep, we're good now.
Now we can.
Okay.
Just
okay.
trust Madison. She knows what she's doing.
I trust Madison.
I'm really good at pushing buttons. Dan can tell you.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this, I haven't figured out how to stop that yet. See, that little square just does its own little thing. But anyway, building, the reason I built this is because I find that almost everybody who comes in to get a funnel built for their business, and I say, okay, so who's your avatar? What are you talking about? A lot of people don't have a clue that they need an avatar to be able to address. So I built this. I built it quick. It's not great, but I will just go through this one. So this is Rachel. So on the identity, you answer all the questions. So you've got an age range, you've got a role, you've got an income, a location, and the goals, the pain points, the fears, the deep desires, and the objections, like why do people not buy, buying triggers, and where do they hang out, and content they can consume. Those are basically questions that we know. That's what you ask for the avatar, but when people don't have a clue, they get all like, wow, that's so cool. And then having put all that in, it comes out with the headlines, the social hooks, and ad angles, the kind of hooks that we need to attract these people. So you're not starting with a blank screen to put your ads out there. And these are the apps I built are very simple. They're not excessive. They're not complex. This is pretty much this app, and that's it.
Okay. So in the case you're talking to a new client and you say, do you walk through this with them when they don't know who their avatar is, or is this something you would just give to them and have them fill it out themselves?
I would explain what the avatar app is going to ask them, and ask them to think about, in terms of what's their pain points? What are their, what are their objections? So I say, okay, you got into this business, basically you are 5 years ago, you are your avatar. That whole principle of that one I believe in. And so think back to then when you're answering these questions, because you want to address these things for your audience that's out there, and you want your posts to go out and talk to them, relate to them. So you need to think about these things as you're answering it. If you need my help, you can have my help, but I'd really like to see you get through this on your own. And if you want to go through it with me after, we can do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And have you used this yet with any actual real clients?
Not yet.
You just built it.
I just built it, but I've got people who want to see it, and so probably this weekend, I will send it out to them and just say, hey, look, go through it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's not working for you, and see what they say. They know who their avatar is. So it would be good to get somebody going through who actually knows, to see if I'm asking all the things that they would want to tell me.
Yeah. Now, in order to set up the questions in here, did you ask the AI for help with the questions, or did you just come up with them all on your own?
AI came up with some of the questions, like, the questions. Let's see, in putting the profile together, in the identity psychology and the buying behavior, it was pretty basically AI based upon what I asked. And then the messaging playground, well, it's an interesting title, but I just basically said, and I need headlines, I need hooks, I need ad hooks, I need whatever to go out and attract these people. So that's what I got. And it's not, and I don't want anything complex, because what I'm doing is I'm building a portfolio of 5 apps for my clients, so that they can put together the information that they haven't even realized that they've got. There would be the app for the avatar, also for their market and analysis of their marketplace. I want to do the attractive character as well, so that they can put, basically creating a small attractive character app, so they can put in who they are, recordings that they have, transcripts, emails they've written, things like that, so that when they are looking to have emails written, they become written in their voice, which I think is something that a lot of people have a hard time staying in one voice.
Right. Have you considered then taking this and interfacing it with Marketing Secrets AI, and then pushing this into an avatar and a voice inside of there?
Yeah. And
I don't know if it's possible yet, but I suspect if it's not possible so far, it probably will be soon.
It will be, but it also, for doing the avatar, I am sure that it went in to MSAI and looked to see what the avatar questions were there. I know.
I don't know. I think that there is still some division between the two softwares.
Wait a second. When I did my RevScan Lite, which is the one that I would basically give anybody, when I'm building that, Overskill says to me, oh, like, the RevScan, the big RevScan in MSAI. And I said, yeah, those, but I only want a light one. I want it to be a light version of that, so that I can give it away. Because I wanted my value ladder to start with the RevScan Lite, then go to the full RevScan, and then go to Funnel Build or Fix. So it's it went in there. I mean, when you look at RevScan Lite, you can see it's just copy the colors, everything from the full RevScan, which I thought was okay. And I went to MSAI and I asked if I was okay to use it, and they said yes. And I have an email that says yes. And I used the RevScan Lite domain, and they said yes, that's fine. So I figure I'm okay to use this, and it's been used by a few people. They like it. They go in it. I have linked it, integrated it to ClickFunnels into a workspace called RevScan Lite, so that the contacts can go there.
Well, as long as you're talking about it, just show it to us real quick, and then we'll move on to Jordan after that. But also, as you go out to bounce out to the next screen here, you got to click on the green thing in the upper left-hand corner.
Okay, that one.
And then go down to back to workspace, because one of the go back to workspace up for.
Oh, there. Okay, great, got it. Okay.
No, well, I would go back to workspace. Back to work.
Oh, back to work. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Okay, you're smarter than I am. Yeah, you're smarter than I am, Dan. I got to go over to page 2.
You built a lot more than I have so far.
Well, I know I remixed a bunch. I remixed everything anybody offered. I'm happy to take it.
No, if you go back to the first page, because the way it stacks them is whichever one you were just in last.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay, so go up to the top, or are we at the top?
Oh, there it is. It's right here.
Okay, how come? Okay, it is showing how many. So RevScan, no business audit. So you used 11,679 credits for this.
Yes.
So
and I wasted 1,000 because you told me to ask it a question that time.
Well, quit listening to me. So she spent 10,000 credits on here, and as we all know, 1,000 credits costs about $5. So it cost her $50 to build this app, and the purpose of this app is to basically lead gen, right?
Yep, that's what this is.
So you bring in 20 people on this lead gen app, it costs you $50.
Yeah.
So I always like to put these numbers in terms of what they really mean to people.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and you couldn't get somebody to build this thing for you for $50. I certainly wouldn't.
No, definitely not. And like I said, all of them cost about the same for me to do. Let's put a space in there. It always wants to do that. Yeah. Okay, so you put in the business name, put in a URL, and then run my 60-second. And these are the 4 targets.
This is running.
This is running.
One of the errors I got from Overskill is I was actually trying to access the payments part, to go through and to make a payment. And it says in this screen right here, the preview screen, you're not allowed. That is like a thing inside of Overskill. So if you run into that, you need to hit the little arrow and open it in a new tab. And then that should allow you to fully test your payments.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So this is the overall. I just did mine. I have not done enough with my funneldiva.com. And so it shows social media. Ooh, paid ads. I don't do paid ads. I do organic. But the website liked it. It's in ClickFunnels and the Google reviews. So it's covering these 4 things. And then they get the option to see your full breakdown and unlock my full breakdown. Enter a valid email because you're going to be getting it by email. And this is what I want. I want the emails more than anything. As we know, it's lead gen. So.
And now I know Connie's told me what she does here before. So now somebody sends the email, she gets them on the phone, gets them on Zoom, gets them on whatever, talks to them, and then she takes them over into Marketing Secrets AI and runs the real RevScan over there. Is that pretty much the plan? Yeah,
that is correct, and that gets run for. I have a discount on it. Like I went from $16.97, and then I said, okay, $6.97 for the first 10 people that I do this for. After that, it goes up. So here's a breakdown, book a free call, and here, and then we'll chat. And that way, I'm getting.
How much are you charging? How much are you charging to do a RevScan for somebody?
$6.97 for the first 10.
$6.97.
No, 697. Dan, we don't have cents in this at all.
You don't have cents?
No, I don't have cents. I'm sorry. I just go with the dollars. That's it.
So $697 to use an app inside of a software that I think you can get for $97 a month to be able to get that.
Yeah. But RevScan is premium. You do have to buy I believe so.
You have to pay for it. Yeah.
The 3K.
Okay. So it's under the platinum plan now, at least. Who knows what's going to happen after Unlocking Live. But even at that, I mean, you didn't buy the $3,000 necessarily to get RevScan. But the point of the matter is you spent $50 to build this app. You're building a list. You're bringing in customers, and when you bring them in,
RevScan is not under premium.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so.
It should be. I personally think it should be. I told Susan that one day, but either way, you could on a $97 plan do exactly this: $50 for an app, bring in some clients, run the full RevScan, charge them $697.
and then charge them $3,000 to fix their online presence or to build it. One of the two. Yeah. And that's the value ladder that I wanted to build out. And this allowed me to do it because I didn't have a freebie that worked with it. This, I like doing this one.
Okay, cool. All right, we got to move on here. So Jordan,
Okay.
ready to share screen?
All right.
What do you got for us?
So let me know if you guys can see. Cool. Can you guys see this okay?
Yep. It's coming in.
Awesome. So, yeah, I made a app called the AI Video Gym for realtors who hate being on camera and want to work with first-time homebuyer leads. I could see if I can. Let me just go back to the.
That's pretty niche down. So real estate agents who don't want to be on camera working with first-time home buyers.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Is that who you're serving more right now?
Yeah, because we have so much results with it. So I could just pull it up right here, show you the. Yeah, so here's the page, and already we
just
have
shared the tab, so.
Oh snap! It did that thing again. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let me just go back.
Why are we in the Overskill games?
Yeah, because I was logging into my app. You guys can't even see my app, can you?
No.
Okay.
No, we saw the Overskill games thing.
This is such a stupid question, but how do I reshare? How do I get out of share mode and reshare a tab? That's so stupid.
You're already out of share mode, so just hit the bottom.
Okay.
The button again at the bottom. Yeah. Oh.
And he disconnected himself.
I'm contagious, Dan.
So as we wait for Jordan to come back in because he hit the red button, at the bottom,
he's gone.
Share button. We will go to Mike.
He'll be back.
You're on stage, Mike.
In their video about that, right?
Don't hit the red. Don't hit. Connie, can you guys mute yourself if you're going to?
Don't touch the red button.
Don't touch the red button.
It's red for a reason.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
All right, now Mike, here's the clue. Don't click on the red button at the bottom. Just click on the one with the plus sign in it.
Yes.
Jordan's back.
We may have to stop using. We may have to stop using StreamYard. All right, we're gonna have Mike share now. We're gonna see if he can do it. There we go.
How's everybody doing?
Good. What is the app for? Did you build this during the games?
I built this during the game. So I had signed up for the games and I never saw anything that was like a link to get into it. So I actually didn't even get in and start building the app until a couple of hours before it was over. I think I finished, there was like 7 minutes left. So unfortunately, I just kind of haphazardly did it. I didn't benefit from being able to see Russell and all you guys doing your thing. So forgive the primitiveness of the outcome. But it was a lot of fun to do. So I have what I have here is you'll notice up at the top 4 A's and an H. It's really meant to be relief for business owners. I've been a business advisor for about 25 years, and a lot of it has been helping owners to transform their business from a job into a vehicle purpose-built to support the life they want, to free up their time for the things that they care about, the priorities that they have. I came up with a framework to help folks do that, to really get clear on the things that they, what they want out of their life. Things like mission and vision, that no one really wants to invest time on. And so it's 4 A's and an H. Aspire, which is what's your aspirational life. Assess, which is identifying where is your life now and what are the gaps between your current state and where you'd like to be. Address, which is building the plan to execute on implementing the changes that will get you there. Actualize, which is when you actually have taken care of those things and you're living that life and you're running that business that you dreamed about. At that point, it's about course correction and maybe deciding, hey, this isn't exactly what I want. We got to adjust along the way. And then finally is harvest, which is you're ready to move on to that next act of your life. And maybe the current business doesn't support that for you. And so you need to change vehicles, kind of like when you're a young couple getting married. You can have a sports car, you can enjoy that. The minute you have kids, maybe now you need a sedan. When you go to retire, maybe you want the RV so you can go see the Grand Canyon and everything. What I didn't like about the word exit planning, which is the industry I'm in, is that exit is moving away from something, not towards something. That's why it's always been cumbersome. It's never gotten a lot of momentum behind it. So I really look at something called freedom planning. And so this app was really something that I'd hoped to have a long time ago. When I first started my practice, BizLeavable, to have something that was relatively interactive. At that point in time, nothing like this was even close. I had been asked to advise on a couple of apps that people were building for industry. Tried to buy one, basically the guts of one that someone tried to build and decided not to pursue it. That didn't work out. So I've still been looking for that solution. And when Overskill came out, I'm like, well, maybe this can do it, and actually did a really good job. So really,
okay,
what
so
this
show us the app here. Let's show us what it does.
No, let's get to the point.
Because,
all right, so here it start with one question. We're not going to go through all that. It asks a couple. It asks a question. Describe the perfect day in your life. How would it start? Or you can just start with calculate your number first, because the idea is I don't like free, but we need something to hook people a little bit. If someone just wants to know what their freedom number is, I've built a calculator. It goes through what their home and housing, all of these things are, what their safe withdrawal rate, which is a number that is derived from Social Security. It's the percentage of your assets you can withdraw safely each year without running out of money for 25 years. Capital you already hold outside the business, owner earnings margin. So you look at all of those things, and it tells you if you want $180,000 a year, the amount of capital it takes at 4% to generate that is $4.6 million. So your target business value at exit is $4.6 million. Annual earnings needed $1.5 million. So target annual revenue that you need is about $10.2 million to get the business value that it would transition at that value to get you the money that you say you need in retirement. So this is just a quick and dirty back of napkin that they don't have to try to figure out.
Okay. And
what I have go ahead.
What have you not done?
So what I have not done there is turn that into click here to have some means of ongoing engagement for them to get into the CRM, so that we've got a means to continue engaging with them, or the lowest level of the value ladder, anything like that. Something to, now that they've engaged that, they have the number, they know what their pain point is, they've got the anxiety around it, give them something to give them a bit of relief and get them to the next step of the value ladder. Now, I'm going to not go through the questions. I'm going to take you to, what does it look like after you've already started to do something? We start with Aspire. If you could choose how you'd one day pass on your business, what appeals to you most? And it looks at the different means of exit, whether it's a third-party sale to an unrelated party, family transition, management or employee buyout, where the management or the employees are actually paying to acquire the business, broad-based employee ownership, where it's more like in an ESOP, it's a retirement plan for the employees that's acquiring the business.
Okay, we don't have time to go through every single thing on the page here. So
this shows you your different options.
In the end, how are you planning on using this app? How are you planning on marketing it? Are you going to use it as a lead magnet? What is your purpose for this? So
there are three ways to use it. First of all, for onboarding potential clients of mine. Secondly is a white label that I've got an insurance carrier that we're looking at potentially. They're looking for solutions for their business division. This maybe, if I can get this refined enough, can be something that they can use and can partner with me on. And the third is continuity. So they can get the report that's generated from this. You'll notice that as we get up here, there's locks. Once you get beyond finding these, the results of the assessment, everything beyond that is paid. So then it becomes community where they can join and they can, pay a retainer. So it's your typical low, medium, and high ticket type engagements. But
okay, so
all those are informed by the data that comes from here.
Where in here are you going to plan on putting somebody can opt into your list?
So
at what point is somebody going to enter your world for real by giving you an email address?
Aspire. On this, at the very beginning, let me go back. At the very beginning on the landing page, sorry about that. Sorry, guys. don't know if it's going to let me go back to, well, you saw the original landing page where it said sign in.
Right.
They can choose at the bottom to go to the calculator. They'll be able to opt in there. Or if they go to ask the first question, they're going to have to provide an email address there to get the report that comes out of it.
Okay. Okay.
So
now,
no matter what, there's
how many credits did it take to build this?
56,000 credits.
56,000. So that's $280.
Cost me about $280. Yeah.
$300. Okay. How long till you can make your money back on the $300 you just spent on this thing?
First engagement.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's why we ask. That's why we ask these questions, because for me, I watch myself blow through 50,000 credits and I pucker up, and then I have to stop myself and go, well, wait a second here. I can sell this to one person and make all my money back.
Exactly. Well, so and here's what I did. I mean, just by way of process, since I wasn't in the game, so to speak, I wasn't with you guys through all of that. I'm sitting here a little over 2 hours before this thing's ending, and I already know my process. I already know the tools that I use and everything. So I went into Claude, where I have a lot of skills and plugins built into that now. Knows my brand, and I've got so basically what I went in there is I said, I need a prompt for Overskill to create an app that, effectively is a light version of my process.
Okay.
And it delivered me that. And then I had to go a few reiterations back and forth. And Overskill's pretty sly. It's got that subtle thing where it recommends, hey, here's some things that you could add, which of course I'll take credit. So it's my one caution on that is you can very easily go down a rabbit hole with all of those. And if you do that, and if you haven't really tested it between those, you don't know which of those things may be messing up your process if it's not working the way that you want. So that was something that
we got to move on to Jordan here, but I will say that last time we were on, we had Hunsaker, what's his first name? I forget.
Brandon,
who built an app for electrical engineers. And at the very beginning of it, he had an onboarding. He had a series of screens for onboarding the people. And as soon as everybody saw that, they're like, oh my God, this is such a cool idea. And we asked him, where did that come from? He goes, oh, down at the bottom where it gives you the little suggestions? It was one of them down there. And I thought it was a good idea, so I clicked on it. That's how he put basically the coolest part of his app onto the page. Now, admittedly, the rest of it was so cool because he built an app that could then interface with a CAD program and build out whatever specs for electrical engineering for a building.
Oh, wow.
So Overskill gave him that idea. I missed that last week for some reason, so I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
It generates really cool ideas.
Overskill gave him the tip for the demo onboarding. He had the idea to export it to CAD. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just part of the feature. That's really cool. So it did the research for him, so he didn't have to. That's
well. There'll be like 3, 4, 5 little snippets. I think they call cards or whatever at the bottom. You click on them, and it'll drop in the actual prompt, and all you got to do is hit enter after you drop in the prompt. But Jordan, what do you got? Share your screen here. Don't click the red button again.
I promise I won't, Dan. All right.
My luck, I was going to hit the red button trying to remove Mike's screen.
All right. Can you guys see this?
We will in a second. There we go. Hate being on camera. There we go.
Yeah. So I made an app called the AI Video Gym for realtors. And it's meant for a specific type of realtor, a realtor that hates being on camera, which I've been a filmmaker for 20 years, and it's like 90% of them. And specifically realtors who love working with first-time homebuyers, because when I clone them, their face and their voice from 20 years being a filmmaker, I know how to write scripts, and we've tested this on Facebook and we can get leads. So they can come here and they can see the example of what the clone looks like. It's pretty insane. And then it kind of goes through like a little offer stack and they can try for $1. And then we have a crazy guarantee and stuff where like, if they don't produce a lead within 30 days, then we'll give them their money back. Like that's how confident I am this works.
So your deliverable is an actual what's a deliverable for this specific landing page? Is it to make their clone or what is
Yeah, good question. So in the sub headline, join a realtor accountability pod that won't let you quit. So each day you get a micro lesson, a group of random real estate agents in your pod training alongside with you. So you go from video to Facebook ad to your first lead, starring your AI clone. So it's basically my masterclass built into an accountability pod with 4 random agents that are taking this with you, and it rotates every 7 days. So you take it, you log in, you get your, we won't pay for it, but assuming you have a login, it asks you a couple questions because every state has a different AI real estate law. So they have to check this because they have to like make sure they check with their state laws if they're going to do AI. And then they, upload their license, their brokerage, blah, blah, blah. And then they say, know your why. So why do you hate it? I'm scared of being on camera, but I still want to make an impact. And then they watch this little thing because a lot of people say, is this an app? I'm like, yeah, it is. You can put it on your phone. So I have a little tutorial and a little instruction how to like put it on your app, on your smartphone, next to all your other apps. And then you hit.
So you have a whole onboarding experience once they Cool.
And then it's like, choose your path. You can do the accountability pod or go at your solo pace. We encourage accountability pod, and you can set pod reminders and you enter the gym. And then basically what happens is you get every day you have a rep. I call it an AI video gym micro rep, and there's 26 reps, and it won't let you continue. It's one micro step at a time. And when a new set of realtors join the app, it'll put you in a pod, and then you can see their progress. And if they're not making progress, you can remind them if you're the team leader to help them out. And there's the micro lesson. Then if you say, Jordan, I just want you to hire me. Like, I'm sick. This is so cool, but can I just hire you? And we have like a little thing where, you get a discount because you're a member. You can hire me to do the video and book a discovery call. And that's pretty much it.
If they don't hire you for the big thing, how much is it to use this every month?
It's $47 a month.
Okay. And that includes the accountability with the other agents and all that stuff. We have to be clear here. We mean real estate agents, not AI agents, right?
Good distinction. Yeah, AI real estate agents. And then once a month I pop on, and I'm always monitoring the community as well. I'll do like a monthly group coaching for a couple hours for them to answer any questions.
So how do they... is the whole idea here is that they're going to videotape themselves, or what is the end goal of them being in this group? What are they going to do?
Yeah, the end goal is for them to learn how to clone their face and voice using Google Flow, and then create an AI video tour ad that goes on Facebook to get first-time homebuyer leads. So it's basically modules, micro steps, micro lessons I put together on how to do it. And it's about 3.5 hours of content split up between 26 micro lessons. And they're just like, every day they go to the AI video gym and they just do one simple step and they click done. I've watched it, and it tracks it. And your other pod members know that you did it. And then, you're all doing it together to get first-time homebuyer leads. Like, you're all like doing the same thing.
Okay. Now, can you go through the course quicker? Or do you
so at the very bottom, you're like, what? I just don't like team player mode. I want to choose Chuck Norris mode. You can change that by like switching and going to Chuck Norris mode where you're by yourself. You could bang through the entire course by yourself.
Okay. Because if you do 1 or 2 lessons, you're going to want to keep going. I mean, the only problem with you drip that thing out over 30 days, you're going to lose people after about 5 days.
That's the idea with So the idea was with accountability, when you're with random people, like every other day, like every 7 days with the random pod, like they get a network with their agents, and then they so it kind of forces you to go to the gym every single day versus like people like take a whole masterclass and one day get burnt out and never do a masterclass. This kind of like makes it a habit of going to the video, because after you're done with the course, you don't stop because you want to keep creating video content. That's why it's a gym. So I'll have like other micro workouts every single day for them to get better at AI video.
So you're using Google Flow for this? Is that what you're teaching? Because I've never heard of Google Flow before. Have you, Madison?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I guess my question is, why Flow over HeyGen?
Yeah, so Google Flow is much more easier barrier to entry. I can clone your face and voice in like 2 minutes, put you in all kinds of cool scenes. You get way more bang for your buck and credits usage. I use HeyGen all the time for explainer videos. Videos are like, between 1 to 2 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes long. So I guess if you're fancy like me, we call it A-roll. So I use HeyGen as my A-roll and I use Flow as my B-roll a lot of the times. So I definitely use both. I do teach HeyGen in this, but for now, for them to get started and to get the results.
Couldn't you get a HeyGen affiliate account?
I mean, you could, yeah. I could look into that.
I think HeyGen now is up to like 15 seconds. They'll clone you on 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just so.
How long?
Where does 11 Labs come into play as well? I know a lot of people use that.
So 11 Labs is where you want to clone your voice to the next level. Like I use it, and you can clone they recommend 120 minutes of your voice on a really good microphone. And then you basically API it to your HeyGen, which, by the way, I honestly, it's kind of a pain. Most people aren't going to do that because they're not going to do it. So HeyGen version 2 came out with an incredible 5 minutes, and it's pretty awesome. So I stopped using my I have 11 Labs just because people want to see how good it is, but I don't even use it. I just go with the HeyGen model 2 that came out with the cloning the voice.
So people are using this. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll just say this real quick. You broke up for a minute there. Did you say with HeyGen you only have to have 5 minutes of recording of your voice?
So I mean, I do that. I recommend it, but I mean, you can do. I think it's like as little as 30 seconds. It's really, really good now, to the point where it's it sounds 75 to 85% like you, versus 11 Labs, which is going to more hit the 99% if you do the full 120 minutes.
Well,
you have to remember. You have to remember the people that are going to see you online don't know you like your friends and family, so they're not going to know that your voice is not 90% or
Absolutely.
So they're using, by subscribing to you, it's kind of just like an ongoing interactive course. That's what the subscription is paying for, not credits through you in any means.
Yeah, exactly. They're really paying for accountability and to not skip the gym.
Yeah.
The AI video gym.
There's no AI involved here at all, so there's no credits that are getting burned through or anything like that you have to worry about.
That was my question too. Yeah.
No, this is just fully interactive with your other pod mates and being accountable.
Well, yeah, and then you got a bunch of videos. Essentially, it's a course with some accountability and community combined all into one.
Amen.
But app style, which is neat. And did you record these videos yourself, or are they AI as well?
No, I actually went real Jordan. So
okay.
I did it all on my birthday, and Overskill was posting my story. It was kind of cool.
Sorry, Overskill was posting your story
on Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, the Overskill games are done. I didn't win, but I'm gonna make a sale. I'm gonna make one sale on my birthday. I'm gonna finish this, and I did it. And I was making stories, and they reposted me, and I made one sale on my birthday, and a realtor bought it.
Oh, cool. I see what you're saying. The Overskill Instagram account.
Instagram Overskill.
Gotcha.
Instagram. Yeah,
I thought you meant the app was sharing for you. I was like, wait.
Liz, how do I turn that on?
Yeah.
Okay. Malia, Madison, you guys got anything you want to share?
I shared my thing last week.
Yeah.
Right now I'm kind of planning for something that's new. So I'm just, every time I try not to just jump on an app and burn through 20,000 credits. I'm thinking strategically about my next one. But one thing I am really thinking of, and my husband's been already put a lot of work into strategy wise, is I pay a lot of money for a project management tool and also client portal, right? So, and it's funny, it's like we don't want to clone things that are working great, like ClickFunnels. I wonder how many credits it would take to clone ClickFunnels. It would be insane. I wouldn't do it. But other things where I'm like, I just need to communicate with my clients and make sure that they're feeling supportive and tracking projects. I've paid for every single project management tool out there. I'm like, wow. One thing you said last week, Dan, was we spend $200 to get an app started. I'm like, well, I'm spending like $250 to $300 a month in project management tools. Imagine if I put that into my own. So I'm thinking about that as my next thing I'm going to do for myself. And then maybe I can share it with other people as well. So that's just what's on my mind lately, just to build a tool to save myself money in the long run. So strategizing that, but nothing's developed yet. Yeah.
Okay. In the chat on the ClickFunnels official page, I just dropped 3 links in there. One for the Overskill Games, one for the Overskill Vibathon, which I think, what was this one? There's a lot more apps on this page. Oh, this is where we voted. That's what that was. Okay, that's the page we voted on. This was the 1,028. So one of the pages.
And Malia, Jonathan says that he thinks there's a project management tool that you can remix inside of Overskill.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think there's a lot more templates on Overskill this week compared to last week. And I found some, I'm like, okay, there's some project management tools on there that I could just remix and save myself 30,000 credits. Now that was really cool. So I just want to kind of plant that seed for everybody that now that Overskill is getting talked about, to go into those templates and see if, even if it's in a totally different niche. I think the one that I saw, I can highlight it. I don't know who made it, but it's called Archive. And
somebody else to share their screen and show everybody what.
Yeah, here I can share my screen if you want.
Because they're building a huge template library in there, and I know Todd during the game said something like he just turned on the AI and said, "Hey, just start building templates." And so who knows how many are in there?
Yeah, if you look up, Archive is the one I was anyway, but that doesn't matter.
263.
Yeah, compared to what it was last week, I'm like, okay, this is really great because it's going to save people a lot of money, a lot of credits to start something, even though this other one is in a total different niche than mine. I think this one is bookkeeping or something like that. I'm like, hey, they got some bones. Like, it's kind of like you got a house with good bones. You could repair it and remodel it how you want it to be. So I think I might give that a try and see. Again, like, I don't know if I'm going to make this tool for people to buy through me. That could be an incentive, but it really is just, I'm thinking saving myself some money. So yeah, that's what I might go and remix some of your guys' apps for sure.
And if you do have an app published, there's a little toggle that you need to untoggle, otherwise you'll allow other people to remix your apps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as long as you're in there, Malia, why don't you show, well, I guess you have to go into an app
in order to
turn that on. Yeah, I think Madison's as far as I've been. So yeah, that's the one I looked at. I didn't even look too deeply, but there's more, but it's kind of cool. So if you have an idea, look for something that could be a good foundation. So I'm just getting the strategy and learning how to prompt it. And I might even take a screenshot if I were to remix something and go that route. I'm thinking about taking a screenshot of the entire page and then feeding it to Marketing Secrets AI or whatever AI I want and telling it, hey, there's already one that's made that I can, start from. What would you do to change it to what I want it to be? Right. So I might give it some of that prompting and see how it goes.
And you access this remix in Publish. And it's right here. Allow others to remix this app. And you want to.
Is there an incentive for us to allow? Like, do we get bonuses, money? Like, what's the incentive?
You get affiliate commissions on, just like with the ClickFunnels badge, on a funnel. You do get your built with either the built with or the remix earns you referral credits.
Yeah, if they don't have an account, of course.
Correct.
Yeah. I was wondering, I'm like, what if you spent like 200,000 credits? I'm just making that up, but 200,000 credits, and then somebody were to remix it and sell the same thing as you. Do you get any, like, if they make a sale, do you get any part of it? I just curious.
Can you imagine the accounting behind that?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
ClickFunnels is not going to take on that accounting burden.
No.
Yeah. So
I could see some reasons of yes, it would be good to do it, and also maybe not. Maybe you want to hold it to yourself.
You do get 1,000 credits though.
Oh, you do?
On their
okay.
First purchase.
Oh, I see. There you go.
20% reoccurring.
On every plus 1,000 credits. Oh, if you
leave the badge on,
you get 1,000 credits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the remix. What you're saying there is leave the badge on, and then you get 1,000 credits and 20%.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time someone clicks on that badge.
No, every time they pay.
Oh, okay.
It is on their first payment.
Got it. Cool.
Get 1,000 credits on the first payment is 20% on their recurring monthly payments, but it's not a lot because a lot of these people you can get in for like $27, I think. Maybe it's
or
47.
it's on token usage too, right? Like
No.
I think. Oh no, you're right.
No, they made it clear
Right.
it's just on the monthly recurring.
Yep.
So so it's not a lot, but also it all adds up over time if you get enough of them in there. But as far as the stuff we can remix, some of the best ones that have been out there that have been made by Russell and Todd and whatnot are on the where's the link? The live.overskill.app link. If you go there, you can actually grab a hold of the streaming thing that Dante built. So you can do that. You're basically streaming on YouTube, and then you can share it into a screen. So that's pretty cool. Plus, like I said, there's stuff that Todd built and Russell built, and I forget what's all on that page.
So Anne left a comment on YouTube. She says, "How much is 360,000 credits?" Which would be if every 1,000 credits $5. Correct, Dan?
Yeah, it's 360 times $5.
$1,800.
Yeah, and so Miguel and Greg built something for the Funnel Builder certification program, and I'm not sure how many credits they use, but I think it's in the ballpark of 400,000.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, well, I
Company card.
Hopefully they're spending ClickFunnels money. I don't think it's Greg's money, but even at that, if you think about it, so he built it for this entire group of people, and it cost $2,000.
Yep.
So that's still, if that's right, 4 times 5, $2,000. So again, there's 1,000 people in the funnel building certification program who are now all going to have access to this thing, and it costs only $2,000. If somebody had to code that whole thing, it would have been, you put at least 1 0 behind that and maybe multiply it times 5 to have actual devs coding that thing, and it would have taken them a year. And Greg's done it over the last few weeks.
Jeez.
The numbers are getting crazy. They're going to get crazier. The AI is going to get smarter, and eventually we'll all be dead because the AI will kill us. But
like Dan says, this is the worst it's going to get. I say until the AI kills us.
Yeah, that's right.
And that will be the worst.
It crushes us under its giant wheels. We've all seen the movie, so we won't get
with that being said, we're at the top of the hour. So catch us again next week inside the ClickFunnels group as we talk more about Overskill, Marketing Secrets AI,
when next week?
Tuesday at the same time, 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern.
Yep.
And join us to find out who our guests will be.
One other thing, if anybody's still watching, if you want to be on the show, if you build something in Marketing Secrets in ClickFunnels that's using some sort of AI or something in ClickFunnels, even like the MCP server or something like that inside of ClickFunnels, if you've done that there, Marketing Secrets AI, Overskill, or you got some other really cool thing you want to show off, just DM me on Facebook, the easiest way to find me. And we'll get you on the show, and you get to show off what you built, and we'll talk about it.
And Anne, if you really did build something for 360,000 credits, we'd love to see it.
Yeah. Well, no, we got Anne down for next Tuesday. Anne will be on next Tuesday.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So we will see Anne next Tuesday. So, all right. Until next time, y'all have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.